Hello adventurers, it is I, Soulless Adventure, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So for today, we are continuing my Borg Mondays for October. But before we dive into today's adventure, I did want to say thank you to everyone in the Patreon community. We have about 80 plus people, and I would love to give back to everyone that has been supporting me, and I will be organizing a giveaway soon. So we'll probably be doing another gift card to Drive Through RPG, so stay tuned for another giveaway in the works. But anyways, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you so much for all the support, and I'm really glad that you are enjoying this month's content. So for today, we are continuing Borg. So this is a vampire-esque urban heavy metal gore Borg supplement. So if you are wanting that vampire vibe, I highly recommend for you to check out Borg. I will give you a bit of a trigger warning. There are a lot of just material in here that is just very gory and very I don't know what the word is besides very graphic. And so if you are not into blood, and if that like grosses you out, then honestly, you would just be better skipping out on this. Because yeah, like you can see there's a lot of images of just gory, awesome stuff. But if it's not your thing, totally fine. I would skip out on it. But I absolutely love Borg. And where we have left off, we have our two characters here. So we have Jex and we have Sable. So this is a cute little couple here. So these two, they are looking for humans to hunt down and get some blood for the evening. And so they are currently in the carnival. So this is kind of where we have left off. So they have entered into the carnival, and unfortunately, we have here a stage with some like punk, heavy metal music playing, and a local band is actually playing here at the carnival. And Jex, so this mini will be representing Jex. So Jex kind of is in the crowd here. So there's a lot of people here. Maybe there's like a huge mosh pit or something. There's a ton of people that are here for the local band. And Jex sees that there is someone on this stage. There's a band playing and he recognizes the music. And he turns around and he notices that this person is actually his hunter. And Sable is trying to tell him to just ignore it because they are not fit right now for taking on such a powerful enemy, I guess. And so we'll have this guy. So this is our hunter. So this is the hunter of Jex. And basically the backstory is we have this hunter, they call him a freak, basically. And he's this famous local rock star. He's accused of murder. So that's a secret that Jex knows, but he doesn't know that he knows. I hope that made sense. But basically, the hunter, he murdered quite a few people that were up there in leadership, I guess, in the music industry. And he murdered these people to kind of get to where he is now. And people don't know that he was behind the killings, basically. So that is his secret. And Jex has to be very careful with making sure that this hunter doesn't start chasing him down. And how this works is the use of a tension die. So we use a tension die to see when Jex's particular hunter will start going after him. And we have to roll to see if he does start going after him every time they, I think they rest at night. But here on the character sheet, you'll see the tension die. So it starts with a D20 all the way down to a D4. And so when you hit a 1 to a 2 on a d20, you keep rolling down to a d12. Once you get a 1 or 2, then that triggers d10, etc. Then once you get to d4, a 1 or a 2 on a d4, that is when the hunter will attack and has found their location. So that's something to keep in mind as we are playing Blood Borg, because in Blood Borg we have these hunters. So now we are in this particular area of the city Scab. So right now we are in this carnival area, and I'm trying to find the map here. So basically we're at the, oh yes, the waterfront plaza. So that is where we are at right now. And the waterfront pier, this is where the little carnival is. And now we shall continue on their adventure and see how this goes. So there are a ton of people at the concert, and Sable is telling Jex, like, no, like, don't go after your hunter. We have to keep moving. We're not fit to fight this guy. You don't know like how it'll turn out. So now Jex is saying, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's just go and see like what else is going on in the carnival and see who we can target for blood tonight. So there are a couple of spots they can explore. So there's like a couple rides. We have a Ferris wheel, a roller coaster. The bathrooms are over here. These are little like game booths. And then these are tables for people to like eat at. And then there's like a ton of food stalls basically. So I think what they're going to do is, I feel like they would want to kind of scout each kind of like location to kind of see if they can spot any, I guess, stranglers. They'd have to keep it really low key. They don't want to bring too much attention to themselves, you know? So let's see. I feel like for them, I have this idea that perhaps they could try to look at the Ferris wheel maybe. So they're looking at the Ferris wheel, and I'm almost thinking maybe they could find a like a capsule of like maybe one or two people, like not too many here. So I can see Jex is kind of just observing and trying to see who is in the capsule or something. And I feel like for Sable, she's going to be kind of looking around the Ferris wheel to maybe see if it's like clear of maybe like city guards, or maybe even the person like manning the Ferris wheel machinery thing there. We shall check out whether or not Sable sees if it's safe. So I think I'm going to use my solitary depths here and ask the Oracle to see if there is present someone manning the Ferris wheel. Yeah, so I'm gonna roll 2 d20s, and I will imagine it would be likely, so I'm gonna pick the highest here. Okay, so we got a 9 and we got an 8, so that is both towards a no, so meaning there's no one manning the Ferris wheel right now. So that's also kind of a little odd. Okay, so they're going to check out the Ferris wheel, and right now there is no one. Let me ask, is there maybe like a city patrol or something around? So I'll say likely. 17 and a 10. Okay, yes. So that means yes, there is currently a guard. I'll actually use a mini. So there's currently a city guard who is patrolling the Ferris wheel and kind of looking after it. Okay, so let's see. Random event. We shall roll a 2d6 here. So let's just see here. So we got a 6. So a 10. Okay, so we got a 10. That means an NPC negative. Interesting. Okay, I wonder, I have a feeling that the fact that there is no one manning the ride, that is the NPC negative. So maybe the employee of this like Ferris wheel, whoever is managing it, maybe they're missing or something, or they are in trouble. So I'm gonna roll a D100 to get more details. So we got a 54. So a 54 would mean remember. Okay, and then what else? Let's see. We got a 42. So 42 would mean consume. Oh shit, I'm almost wondering, you know what? There is another vampire punk that got to the person that is manning the ride. The situation, what it looks like is the person that was managing the Ferris wheel, they perhaps went to the bathroom, maybe they're trying to get some food, and the city patrol guy was just looking after the Ferris wheel as this guy was gone. And I bet this particular carnival employee got bitten or consumed, I guess, by a vampire punk. I'm gonna say for Sable here, she sees that it's just odd. Like this doesn't look normal. The fact that the city patrol guy is looking after the Ferris wheel. So I wonder if she I wonder if like she notices anything else as well. I'm gonna do a presence check to kind of see if she sees anything else odd about this like situation. Okay, so she got a 4, so no. So she doesn't see anything else. She just notices that the employee that should be manning the Ferris wheel is gone. In a way, that's kind of a good thing. So perhaps this city patrol guy is just looking after the Ferris wheel. So he's busy with that. So as he's like busy looking after this Ferris wheel, maybe it's perfect timing then for these guys to hop on a Ferris wheel and maybe take over a Ferris wheel capsule and see if they can eat the humans that are in there and drink their blood. So perfect time. Okay, so Sable tells Jex, this is perfect timing. The person that's managing the Ferris wheel, he's gone right now, and it's just the city patrol guy, but he seems like he's really busy just looking after the Ferris wheel. So I think if we're able to just hop into a capsule and leave, then it is perfect timing to get some human blood. So Jex agrees. So I think what he's gonna do is, he will try to like climb up the Ferris wheel, unnoticed of course by the city patrol, and see if he can check out the capsule. I think he would want to aim for maybe the capsules that are closer to this side, because if the wheel is going clockwise, he would want to get the ones that are on the left side more than the right, because the right side capsules will probably be seen by the city patrol. So I think that's what he's going to do. So he's going to try to get to one of the capsules up there, and Sable will just follow him. So okay, so I think for this particular situation, he would want to climb. Well, they both will. So they'll both gonna climb up the I don't know, what do you call that? Maybe like climb up the rim and the tower, perhaps. So I think he's gonna go in the back. So they're gonna go in the back and climb the tower up to the rim of the Ferris wheel and kind of climb over the spikes or something. So let's see. I think with Jex having a higher agility, he is going to. I think he's going to roll for the two of them. So he will roll. So this will be a DR of 12. But I will say that he is at an advantage because the city patrol guy is kind of distracted right now by just looking after the Ferris wheel. So he probably doesn't even really notice these two guys in the back there. So, okay. So Jex, come on, give us a good roll, Jex. Okay, so we got a 14 and a 2. So 14 plus 2. So 16. Yep, so DR of 12. So he was able to do that. Okay, so he's able to get to the top of the tower of the Ferris wheel. And same with Sable. And I think Sable now will try to spot a capsule that looks like that there's only like 2 or 3 humans in there. So yeah, so she will also be at an advantage. So yeah, okay, so she's gonna roll for presence, so it has to be at least a 12. Oh sweet, so 18 plus 2, 20. Perfect. So they found one. So they found a capsule. I'm just gonna draw like a little capsule thing here. So they found a capsule that is perfect opportunity for them to get to the 2 or 3 humans here. Let's see. Let's roll. So we'll do a 1, 2, 3 would be maybe like 2 humans. Okay, yeah. So there are 2 humans here. Perfect. Okay. So there are 2 humans. And with the Ferris wheel kind of going down now, I do want to roll. I feel like it would be a D8. So I'm going to use a tension die. So I'm going to say a D8 for the tension die to kind of see when this particular capsule reaches the view for the city patrol dude here. For I'll just call it the capsule movement. Yeah, so let's see. So we have to roll a 1d8. Uh-oh, it's a 1. Okay, so now we have to roll a 1d6. Okay, so they're still safe. So a d6. So the city patrol is getting close to kind of seeing it in his viewpoint here. Close to view. Okay, so they gotta act fast. So they immediately, I think Jex is just gonna say, we're not even gonna like think about it, who these like people are or whatever. We're just gonna go. We're gonna go for it. So I think with an agility check, I think he would want to try to like sneak around like the edges of the capsule to kind of do like a little sneak attack up on these humans. And he also needs to quiet them down too, or else like you don't want them to scream, or else that'll bring a lot of attention to not just the city patrol but everybody else on the ride. So okay, we're gonna do an agility check now, and I don't think he would be at an advantage here, so let's just see how it goes. Okay, so that's a 8. Oh man, okay. So how I'm picturing this is he actually fumbles like into the capsule, and I would say that the 2 humans that are in here, maybe it's these 2 girls who are on the ride or something. They yelp, but they don't exactly scream. And I feel like Sable now will come in. So I think for her, she's going to do an agility check to kind of see if she can quiet down the girls or something. So let's see, a DR of 12, 10, 11. Okay. So she was able to quiet one of them down, or she was able to hold down one of the girls, but the other one is probably like kicking at like Jex and at Sable, trying to like tell them to like get off her friend or something. And so now I need to roll to see how close we are to this city patrol. Oh, we are getting close. Okay. It is a 1d4. Okay, good. We're still safe. So they gotta move fast and I guess suck on the humans' bloods now. So Jex is able to get in there, Sable is now in there, and I think they're just gonna go for it and attack. So they are going to attack the girls. So they have initiative here. So I would assume for I guess we can take out this here for our little cheat sheet in the back of Morkborg here. So I think now, let's see. I would imagine that these guys have initiative first. So I'm actually not going to roll for initiative here. So I think now, let's see. What are the two girls? Like, what are their reactions, I guess? I would imagine that they are scared. So do they want to like fight, or are they scared? I'll probably do a 3d20 to see. Okay, so we got a 20, we got a 17, and a 12. Okay, so they are probably ready to fight. So they're probably going to try to like fight for their lives here. Okay, so they are going to fight for their lives and try to attack Jex and Sable here. Okay, so now I believe Jex would want to take his guitar and like whack it at the girl's face here. So he's gonna roll for strength. Oh, perfect. Okay, so that was a hit. So that was a hit. And was he able to knock out this girl? We shall see. I believe his guitar is a D6. Yeah. So D6. Yep, so look at that. 6 points of damage. We'll just say that these girls have very low health here. So one of the girls was able to completely get knocked out. Her head is hit against the side of the capsule and knocks out. And her friend is like freaking out. And now it is Sable's turn. So Sable's going to aim for the other girl. And let's see, with her U-lock. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Okay, 4. So this was a miss. So she wasn't able to hit the other girl. And so now we are going to roll for what this other girl is up to. So we are going to roll the enemy combat modifiers to see. So we'll roll a 2, or no, a d12 here. Okay, let's see. So we got a 1. Confused. Okay, so she's probably confused why these two are like targeting them. They're like, what do you want from us? Like, we're just here for a good time at the carnival. And Sable's probably looking at her like, well, little do you know, we are here for your blood. So I think now Jex is gonna go and try to attack the other girl that's still around. So DR of 12. 17, perfect. So that was a hit. And then with his guitar, awesome. Okay, so 4 points of damage. Yeah, I'll say the girl's completely knocked out. So they are both knocked out. So the two girls are knocked out. And now we have to roll to see if this city patrol... Okay, it's getting close. So it is getting close, but they were able to knock them out. And I'd say Sable is just saying like, quick, we need to drink their blood really quick, and we need to hop off and like leave the bodies here. Okay, so when you ingest the blood of a living human, deal D2 damage to your target and gain that same amount of blood and regain D4 HP. Okay, so let's see how much damage they were able to do. So I guess we'll just roll a D4. Okay, so Jex was able to get 1, and then Sable was able to get 3, or not 3, 2. Okay, so Sable was able to get 2, so she now has 2 blood, and Jex, he's probably rushing. He's like, okay, quick, we gotta go. So they jump off. So just in time before the city patrol sees him. So let's see. Was he able to see these two jump off the Ferris wheel? I'll probably say likely because they were getting close to the end of the ride there. So let's see. Oh shit. Yep. Okay. So 15 is a for sure. So he's able to spot them. So he's probably like, "Hey, like what were you guys doing?" And they're probably gonna try to just they're probably gonna try to book it. Yeah. I can't see them trying to like hide. Or maybe they'll have to like split up or something. Yeah, okay, so Jex is gonna say, okay, we gotta make a run for it and we need to split up. So they were able to successfully get blood from these like two normies up there, but the city patrol spots them. So I think Sable would want to try to go for maybe the food stalls because she sees how busy the food stalls are, and maybe she can try to like blend in. And maybe for Jex, he's gonna try to go maybe into the either the games, like the game booths, or maybe even the concert. He could try to blend in with the crowd here. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do an agility check for the both of these. So I'll say first Sable. Okay, so 5, so that was a 6. And then for Jex here, 11, 12, 13. Okay, yeah. So he was able to get away, but unfortunately, the city patrol was able to chase and get after Sable here. And Sable's probably freaking out, like she's probably wiping off her face with like blood or something. And it looks like the city patrol was able to catch up to her. And now I think Jex is freaking out because he's like, well, shit, she's in trouble now, and obviously their identity is gonna be exposed, and of course that's his girlfriend. Like he doesn't want to like ditch her, right? And so I think what is he gonna do? So Sable gets stopped by the city patrol, and she's trying to make sure that she's presentable. She's trying to remove any traces of like blood on her face, on her mouth. And the city patrol guy is saying like, what were you doing up there on the Ferris wheel? And I do want to see, now that the ride is like, or now not the ride, but now that this particular capsule is near the bottom of the Ferris wheel, I do want to see if people start to notice the dead bodies. So I'll say likely. So okay, yeah, so we got 10 and 11. Okay, so yes, very likely that someone spots it. And we do have a 10 here, which is a random event. So we're gonna roll 6 and 7. So NPC action. Okay, so this is what happens. So she sees the city patrol. City patrol is saying like, what were you doing up there? You're not allowed to do that. But then he hears there's screaming going on at the Ferris wheel. So there's screaming going on at the Ferris wheel. And the NPC action would most likely be him probably figuring out what the screaming is at the Ferris wheel. And so he's probably gonna like take her in and say like, I need to report you for jumping off the Ferris wheel there. Now he's kind of like split between like what he needs to do here. So I think what she's going to do now, actually wait, let's roll for the prompts here. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we got an 04, so keep. Okay, and then a 35 and watch. Okay, yep, so I can just see there is another person, maybe it's like another normie who sees the Ferris wheel, and they're screaming, and they go to the city patrol and they're saying like, why is no one at the Ferris wheel like looking after it? We also found like dead bodies in one of the capsules. And so the city patrol is saying like, well, shit, and you need to check that out too, and kind of like see what's going on here. And then everyone is probably like screaming and running when they heard this NPC saying that they found like dead bodies. So I think now that he's distracted, um, she has a chance to leave and get away from him. So I think Jex kind of sees in the distance kind of what's going on, and he spots Sable and like runs to her, asks her like if she's okay. And then she says like, we need to set a distraction because I feel like he's going to come after us. And she will go to the food stalls and set one of the stoves or something on fire. So she's going to use her blood. I think she would want to use her blood here to do a violent spark and set something on fire. But at the same time, I feel like Jex is saying like, no, like you should save your blood. Let's just get out of here, and let's just call it a night. We were able to at least get our blood. So let's see if it is safe now that everyone is kind of like screaming, trying to get away, and see if this city patrol guy is able to just focus on that. So the downside is the city patrol dude will now kind of keep their faces in mind here. So let's see. I'm going to ask the Oracle. I'm going to do 3 d20s and ask if it is now safe for them to just run and book it home. So let's see. 20, yep, and a 17, 9, yes. So it looks like their way out of the carnival was uneventful, and it just looks like everybody else was like screaming and freaking out about everything that's like going on. So they were able to get away for the night and head back to an old abandoned church that's disguised as a construction site, and it's also their hideout. So okay, yeah, so that was successful. But we do need to see how this hunter is doing. So let's see. I'll just roll a d20 for the both of them to see if any of their hunters chase them. 6. Okay. Nope. So they are safe for the night. So the hunter is nowhere close to them. And Jex is probably telling Sable, okay, we need to be careful next time that we're out in the city, because now that city patrol recognizes their face and spots them. And Sable's probably like stressed and apologizing to Jex, but Jex is saying like, you know what, it's fine, like I'm glad that you're safe, but we do need to keep like a low profile for a little bit. But at least they have blood for the day, so that's a good thing. Okay, well, that is it for today's adventure. So they were able to get blood for the day. They're probably going to chat with there is a policewoman. She's a police chief of Scab, and she is disguised as a normie, like police officer, but she is actually a vampire as well. So her name is Charlotte Hatcher, and Charlotte Hatcher is kind of the one that kind of protects this like location, because she has the same goal as Jex and Sable and everybody else that's kind of living in that area of they just want vampires to run Scab now. So okay, so yeah, so it looks like they're gonna tell Charlotte like what's going on. Charlotte's probably gonna try to diffuse the situation and maybe like see, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so that is it for today's adventure in Scab. So this was a lot of fun, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this particular adventure. So that is it for Jex and Sable for now. We shall see next time what is in store for them in the city of Scab. Well, that is it for today. Thank you as always for the support, Until next time.